nerve-wracking display like that?
Well, after seeing the early performance in the season, trying to chase 60 odd, was it?
Yes.
And now chasing 80, I thought, how are we going to do it? And I felt confident with Phil opening the batting, and then suddenly with his 8 off or 10 off 3 balls,
10 off 4, I think,
and then out.
Yeah,
I thought, oh
yeah.
my god,
Here we go. Yeah.
But Ankit had a couple of which was good.
Yeah.
You went, Paul went, someone else went.
AJ went. How many A-runs did AJ win?
Well, allegedly he got one because he got a bye.
Yeah, he scored a bye. It was a well-struck bye. Well-missed bye, should I say.
But then Dan, who looks about 8.
Yeah, I think on about his 3rd game of cricket in his life as well. Yeah.
And he just stuck around and did really excellent.
He did.
Yeah, he scored 16.
Yeah. He did a fantastic job.
And then well, batting apart, going back to the bowling, to get them all out for 88, what a great job Charles did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really
makes it easy for me, knowing that he can go on at one end.
Yeah.
What, 18 point something over?
Yeah. And in this heat as well, I mean, to take one look at the man, to think he bowled more than three in a row and not collapse in a heap. He does look like a new man though as well, don't you think? He's probably lost about a stone and a half.
He bowled really well. I mean, when we were saying earlier, some of the stuff that was coming through the sleeves, and I was glad one didn't come in my direction. It was coming quite quick off the bat.
Yeah. No, I mean, from where I stood, really close to the bat, you could see you've got some really rapid ones to go through really sharply, and I think that's what put a lot of pressure on the batsman. At the beginning of the day then, when he went out for the toss, had a look at that wicket. We were on a council pitch. The outfield was some huge boundaries actually on one side with a slight slope. It was a bit of a kind of scrubby ground in between, but when you had a look at the wicket, how did you feel? What was your kind of your mindset when you had a look at that wicket if you won the toss?
I thought, after knowing the result earlier in the season, that if we had a bowl, we could probably knock it over quite quickly.
Yeah.
And Shah was keen to have a bowl.
Yes, he was eager. He was a keen beaver, and it also with it being a time game as well. I think it was probably a good thing that we had a bowl first.
Well, if we bowled and got them out reasonably cheap, like we did, then batting, we can get the runs. So rather than have us batting, I don't know how, even if we knocked up 150 or something, and then just batting out of the game if they lose 4 or 5 wickets. So it gives us a chance to win. That's bowling first.
You're right. I think that's always a problem with these time games. Is that you get into a position if you do really well, the other team can just kind of lock it out and go for the draw, and it's at the end of the day, no one's really a winner. But no, we stuck in there, and I think most of the fielding placements for today is how many people could we get behind the bat to stop the ball flying off the edges down to.
Well, I mean, I think that most of their runs came possibly off the skip with the left-hander.
Yeah.
And I think he scored 23.
Yeah.
And off his 23, probably 20 at least came from an edge through.
Yeah. Through and over the top of the slip
point.
No, you're right. I think that was partly just down to the bowling. I thought it was fantastic. It was a sort of, most of that track looked absolutely fine. Most of the balls that came off it, came off at a reasonable rate as you'd expect. But every now and again, the ball just hit a certain patch and it did something that you weren't expecting. And I thought, that made it quite difficult for the batsman to judge, even though you sort of believed it, just as only thought you believed in the wicket. It did something you didn't expect and took an edge or whatever. So there were seven bowls. I think of those 7 bowls, 4 of them were the top of middle stump. Which is quite sterling. There's one top of off, one bottom of off stump, and then I can't remember what happened on the other one.
7 bowl, 1 LBW and 2 catches.
And 2 catches. One great catch by yourself.
I've taken a hard.
It was a good catch, and it kind of kept the momentum going forward, I think, in the game.
Well, I think we needed to keep taking wickets on a regular basis. When Shah was plugging away at that end and taking it, we needed wickets coming at the other end as well. Fortunately, Yankee got 3. Then Sang got 1. So that's, well, 6, 3 and 1, that's all 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the other guys who came on, Eddie came on and had a bowl.
Yeah. Eddie quite nice, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Who else bowled? Was it just Eddie Pasangan?
Yeah, he's the full bowlers, that's all we needed.
Shot
Just plug it away from the other.
Exactly, it makes it easy.
Yeah, that's true. And so, yeah, great catch from yourself. There was Phil. I mean, Phil was like a magnet for the ball in the slips. Couldn't manage to catch one, and then right at the very end, I think he dropped or missed or just fingered like.
He must have.
Oh, at least 3. I mean, more than I thought, 4 or 5. But right at
there
the
was
end,
4 or 5 was within his general direction.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
were possibly not catchable.
Yeah,
you know, some of them, you know, they were going rapid.
That's true. Char was getting some pace in them, but
but
eventually
he took that one right at the end, which
like
I
a
don't
rugby
know.
catch.
Well, I don't know which part of his body it caught, and then it went down that way and that way and that way.
And he managed to he hugged it into his body and rolled over, and he had the ball in there. So yeah, no, it was a good effort. Going into batting, then as you said earlier, I think a lot of us feel confident when we see Phil at the wicket, especially on a wicket that's good like that. You know, that he plays with a very straight bat generally, and I think, as I thought, the people who played with a straight bat today generally did all right.
Obviously
5 balls, 12. Was it 10 or 12 runs? 10 or 12?
10. 2 fours and a 2.
Yeah, that's it. 2 4s and a 2,
and then dot, and then a wicket.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's. I mean, I think we were looking at who could open with Phil, because was Phil up to opening?
Yeah.
And if so, who could open with him? And AJ kindly volunteered Enkit.
Yeah. And it was a good one. It was the best
decision.
Decision. He really hung about, and actually, he plugged along nicely. Did Enkit play with a straight bat? Kept leaving the ball outside off, and didn't play any that he didn't need to. Fortunately, his partner at the other end, AJ, played at the one he should have left, and he was out for a quack. But no, we got there in the end. I think it was there was a couple of people who just nailed down long enough.
You thought once we were 6 down, we sort of I think we sort of started thinking, here we go again.
I think the opposition did. In fact, I heard the opposition talking when I was out there. A few more quick wickets, it will all be done. They thought it was going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, but then you obviously know with Charles coming in,
anything could happen.
Shit or bust, basically.
I couldn't have put it a better way. You're absolutely right.
You're either going to get a rapid 20, 30, 40 from him. As it was, I think today he only went in with 20 required or something.
Like that,
and you know, within the space of 2 or 3 overs, he could end it. If he wanted, if he was on the form he was.
I think he batted out a maiden in the first one.
Yes, I was surprised. I saw him have a few defences and a couple of leads. Most unshowered.
Yeah, that's true. And a terrible cut shot. He shouldn't play the cut shot ever. And then we bowled 18 overs. And then
we bowled bats at 18 overs only.
And we only needed 18 overs. Thank you very much, AJ. We only needed 18 overs to make their total, which...
Well, we actually, before that happened, we were going along at about 5 and over, I think. And then just towards the end, it tailed off a bit. And it was good that Charles showed actually a bit of responsibility with the bat. He did put parts in her mouth when that Skyer.
He played a terrible cut shot, came off a top edge, and then 4 people converging, and he thought, well, one of them was going to catch him. And in the end, they all looked at each other and it dropped in between them. And I think at that stage we only needed 4 runs to win or something. And I actually genuinely thought, we can lose it. We still had like 3 wickets, 3 wickets or something after that to come back.
I must admit, I was standing on the boundary edge thinking, am I have to go in it? Number 11, with 3 runs still to win or something.
Chasing 88.
Yes, but fortunately, Dan and Charles between themselves pulled it off. And it was great. It
was a great win, and it's nice to now be enjoying a beer and not how I felt the other day after that other game that we played against them. No, I thought it was good all round. Who are we playing next week?
Chipstead and Walcountians.
Walcountians, apparently. Home game. Saturday or Sunday? Saturday. Are you going to be playing?
I shall probably make myself available.
Oh, good. That's good to hear.
For the 2nd time this season.
Well,
I mean, I have been available before, but the circumstances this season have gone against it a bit, unfortunately. But I've enjoyed putting my new whites on and my
Good.
Adam logo.
I'm glad. I'm glad someone else. I'm not the only one.
Because one of the reasons I didn't play one of the earlier games was I made myself available, got my bag out of the loft, and realised I didn't have any whites. So I've thrown them away at the end of last season.
Well, you've got some whites now. You've got 100% record as captain as well, which is fantastic. So hopefully we will see you in a week's time. AJ's gesturing me. I don't know what he's meaning.
I will be sitting out.
AJ's going to sit out, thank God.
But one thing I would like to say whilst we're here is thanks to you for all your work you're doing with this podcast. I mean, I'm getting on my old iPhone while I'm walking to work and listening to it.
So you're the listener.
Yes, me too.
I know who's listening.
I mean, that's great. I mean, I think Richard Madden listens to it on the podcast as well. And yeah, it's great fun.
Good.
And thanks to you for everything you're doing with the website, etc. And thanks to AJ as well for everything he's
For his entertainment all season.
No, he's taken on the role of match secretary and he's gone into it with a real gusto. And
we lost 2 games where we did just so far we lost just 1 game with no players. So.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Only 1 game we didn't have quite enough players to play, but which is fantastic. So thank you very much.
I mean that's great to see that the club's going
yeah,
forward.
it seems to have now in the last kind of year or two we seem to have found a bit of a second wind. You know,
definitely. I mean, I thought
it's good to be involved.
4 or 5 years ago we were possibly on the edge of folding.
Yeah,
you know, and then all of a sudden, in the last 2 or 3 years, we've got this influx of a lot of new players. It helps that they're younger as well. But last year, I think the season we had with winning all the games, obviously that boosts morale and everything, and everyone on the Saturday or the Sunday says, yeah, I'm available for next week.
Yeah.
After a winning game, and that's what keeps us going. And you know, winning keeps the confidence up and keeps the momentum going. And it's good.
No, we seem to be doing fantastically well. As I say, I think there's a real buzz about the club now, and you're right. I think people seem to be getting involved more, and it's just fun and enjoyable. We seem to be doing much more social things together as well.
Well, that's right. I mean, last week, unfortunately, you weren't there, but we had. To be honest, I don't know actually how much, if any, money we made, but everyone had a good day, and obviously that's part of the days is to make sure it's a fun time for everyone, and you know, have a good day, a few beers, a bit of barbecue, which I think everyone enjoyed. Thanks to Charles' mate Gareth, who was doing the barbecue, and Graham, and yeah, you know, as you say, there's a bit of social stuff going on. Look forward to Charles' birthday again at Wimbledon this year.
Yeah.
If you
well, yeah, it's end of season, Charles' birthday, and sort of club do sort of thing, really.
And we seem to have found that nice curry house in South Croydon.
Yeah, I'm so glad we go there.
Well,
yeah, I enjoy it.
Well, in fact, I mean, we went there with a few friends.
Oh, okay.
You know, as a result of going there.
Yeah. No, I used to live just around the corner, so I used to get the takeaways and stuff.
Oh, right.
There. But I'm very glad we go there. Delicious, actually.
It is.
It's always good when we go there.
I mean, that one we used to go to was. Well, we were the only people in there normally. It was on a Friday night.
It's a telling sign, I think.
Yeah.
Well, good. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and no, it's my pleasure to put together the podcast. I enjoy it actually. I think it's fun. Plus, as I say, I can't really write anything, so it's much easier for me to cobble together a podcast for people, and I hope they enjoy it. And
And what's the name of the music? I know you said that. About
there is no real name of the music. It's basically kind of an off-the-shelf music I had to buy in order for us to be able to use it, because I wouldn't be able to upload the podcast otherwise. It's just called like ska. It's like a ska tune.
Right, yeah. Because at the end of the podcast, I'm keep thinking, it's going to end soon, and the music
it
just
goes on. Yeah. No, I just let it run. But let's go and enjoy our beer. I think it's getting warm now. But thanks, Al.
Thank you, Adam.
Cheers.